Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a tutorial on how to use the electricity in and of itself on Rust. So if you want to use the electricity on Rust, there's a few things that you can do to do that. So there is a lot, and I mean like redstone, a lot of crazy, wacky combinations you could do to set up electricity in Rust, but I'm going to show you three that's going to give you a genuine understanding of how they work and how a few of the main power sources work. So the most basic power source in Rust is the generator. You could essentially place it down anywhere you want, and you just want to go ahead and fuel it with low grade. It doesn't even use it that fast, but it does use it fast enough to not necessarily automate things, you know. Then you're going to want a wire tool. These are going to run you about 2 high qual. They're basic BP, so you don't even worry about it. And then you can connect that to literally anything you want in the game that requires power to run it. Just go ahead and turn that John on. And as you'll see, my auto turret will turn on. So that's one way. Power source thing that's, you know, getting the power. Alright, that's one direct way. Here's a more indirect way. Now, in the Rust electrical system, there's all these wacky different things that you can use to essentially make different contraptions and all these other things. One of those contraptions, one of the most important, is the switch and the root combiner. Now, in order to use the switch in this root combiner, what the root combiner does is combine 2 different power sources into one line in order to send out more power from these 2 different power sources. And my 2 different power sources that I chose were solar panels, and I use these solar panels to send power to the root combiner like so with my wire tool. Let me show you. And then I use the wire tool into the switch like so, and then I use the switch into the desired thing that I want to power. And now that I have multiple things going into the root combiner, when I press go on this switch, now that thing will be supplied with more and more power. Now, one more thing that I'm going to show you. So again, just to simplify it, source of power, jigamathingies doing different things with the power, going to the thing that needs the power. Okay, and now here's a little bit more of a simpler setup, but a more practical one that you're going to see in game is a wind turbine, which is the best way to get power in the game. Depending on how high it is, depending on how much power you'll get. You connect that wind turbine to a battery, and you connect that battery to a switch, and then you connect that switch to anything you want to power. Now, the reason why people use batteries is because they can hold charge. So if your exposed way of getting power gets broken, everything in your base is still charged for a very, very, very long time. Now, see, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to put them down in the comments below. As you see, I'm not even almost any way through the capacity of the charge, and there's still 2 hours and 6 minutes left on the charge for my auto turret. Yeah, and like I said, if you have any questions, make sure to put them down in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been how to use Rust electricity.